Alright, so when DC Multiverse comes out with a new line, you're like, well, the figures are kind of like, alright, I probably have most of the characters. They're like slightly different versions of the one you already have. You know that the action figures aren't going to be that good, but it's these build-ems. Like, these Multiverse build-ems are just, lately, have just been amazing. So this thing, this Clayface, like, I literally cannot wait to get this thing out of the package and put this thing together and show it to you. So this is going to probably be a really lengthy video because we're going to go through the whole set of toys and to build them because I can't wait. Some of you, maybe a couple of you, like one or two, you probably can't wait either. At least for the Clayface, the figures are, it's Multiverse. They're hit and miss. Most of you guys are going to say they suck. There's going to be like one or two of you guys that go, man, I actually think they're pretty good. And I'm one of those because I actually think, man, they're almost kind of pretty good. So we got this Two-Face. I got tons of Two-Faces. I don't have one in a purple jacket, but I do now. And then we have this Jessica Cruz Green Lantern figure. Once again, she looks all right. All right, pushing. All right is kind of pushing it. But she's got like some cool like green like lightning effects, a lantern. And I don't have a Jessica Cruz Green Lantern, so anytime I can put a new figure on this shelf that I don't have, I'm happy to do so. And she comes with a piece for that Clayface. Then you have Superman. Yay, we don't have any Supermans in our collection. But now we do. No, I'm just, dude, it's like 80 Supermans. I've showed you guys the Superman collection. I'll do a really quick video or a picture, probably just a picture of the collection videos if it's something that you've seen many times in the past. I don't have this exact version of Superman, but it's just hard to get excited about Superman, especially when it's a multiverse, and he doesn't really look that great anyways, but he comes with a piece for Clayface, and I am excited for that. And then you have Batwoman. I already have this version of Batwoman, so it's like, but she comes with an unmasked head. What the hell? I have one masked, one unmasked. I'll show you the other one. You'll get to check them out. And Clayface. Then you have the one in the set. This is the one I was the least excited for. It's the Martian Manhunter from the Supergirl TV show. I started watching the show when it first came out. I kind of got bored with it. I thought the Martian Manhunter was cool in it. DC Collectibles already made a better version of this toy. So this toy is like, other than this little alien deal that he comes with, like that's definitely cool. It's a nice little touch. And it comes with a building piece, but this figure is just kind of a throwaway. But when you do a collect and connect, you got to buy the whole set. We're going to open them up. We're going to show you that, and then we're going to show you the Clayface. So if you just want to see the Clayface, just skip to the end. Okay, so here they are out of the package. I kind of got them lined up, mostly just for you can see the scale. And then, of course, we'll take a little bit closer look at them, you know, one at a time, kind of just to do really quick reviews, because I don't want this video to be like an hour long. So basically down here we have the Two-Face standing just slightly above 6 inches tall. I went ahead and already changed out the Batgirl head. I went ahead and put the lesbian short haircut head on there. Just a great option because I already have one with long hair. The Clayface, just, I'm speechless. Like, their collect and connect status, Marvel Legends could definitely take a page out of their book because they're really killing it in that department. Then over here you have the Martian Manhunter. I like the other one better. I'll do a quick comparison on that. Superman, I don't actually think that I have this exact Superman, but it's just another Superman. I'll probably put a little picture of that for you can see. I think I got like 70 or 80. And then you have the Jessica Cruz down here. First one in the collection. That's pretty much all I can say about her. Let's check them out one at a time, and we'll do a little bit of a comparison at the same time. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled out the Two-Face collection. I think this is probably the first time that I've ever even pulled it out. And I don't know, I'm a big fan of Two-Face. I think they did some really good ones. if they keep putting him in new costumes, I'll probably just keep buying him. Well, yeah, I'll definitely keep buying him. It's Two-Face. And it's like every suit they do, it's like, okay, I'll get that one, I'll get that one. So down here you have basically the Batman one. I thought it was really cool that they did that. It's just nice to have in your collection. Pretty sure this is the one from the video game. Really nice toy. Might be the best one out of the bunch. Then you have this one, which this one was cool until I got this one. They did a really good job on him. He's kind of boring compared to the other ones. Then you have this one, the crazy suit. He actually has like the coin that's being flipped in the middle of the air. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick just because of how cool that is. That's just really well done. I really like when they do stuff like that. It just sets off the toy. That one's cool even though the bow tie is a little weird. Then you have this one. God, what was that from? The Hush or something? I can't remember. I know it's DC Direct. It's probably before DC Collectibles. He's kind of short. He's a little stocky. Either way, he's still a great action figure. Then down here you have the Mattel ones. Basically, they're the same exact figure repainted. And once again, if you're just gonna keep giving him different suits, I'll keep buying them because I think he's pretty cool regardless if he's in the same suit or not. As far as accessories go, he comes with these two crappy guns. They don't even have like the trigger thing in there. There's actually they're horrible. As far as hands go, like this one, it's like his trigger hand. It's like, I don't know. It's if you want to put the, double fisting on the guns, but it's Two-Face. So you got to have the coin in there. He also comes with two separate hands that can hold the coin. So that basically you have the coin right in there. There's actually nothing in there. And then if you look at this hand, this one is actually like scratched. So you see the difference between the two hands. I mean, that's a really cool option. It's a great accessory. Glad that they did it. Here's the other crappy gun, and basically it's like they just took a regular hand, they took a razor blade, and they cut that finger loose for it would go in here, but they don't really need to do that considering that there's no, it just, man, it's just a crappy gun. I don't know why they're not embarrassed putting something like that out. As far as the rest of this figure goes, this suit is something that you've had at least a couple times over in your DC collection. I think it's like Clark Kent or somebody, but I definitely should probably try to get another one of these in like a blue suit or a black suit for I can make a decent Lex Luthor. It's good. It's it's DC Multiverse. We're not going to go over the articulation because then this video would be way too long. Plus the articulation on these figures isn't very good. I will give you a close-up look at the head. It's got that weird shiny plastic, like you ran out of lotion and just used Vaseline, which is not good. And then the burnt side of the head is actually not that good either, but I mean, what are you going to do? You got to get that clay face. Let's go to the next one. All right, now we got this Jessica Cruz Green Lantern figure up here on the solar stand, and really digging that solar stand, man. I forget how amazing that thing is. No batteries, no nothing. Perfectly quiet, and she spins around, but you do have to have a pretty decent amount of light on that thing for it to actually spin. As far as accessory goes on this thing, she comes with all these like little separate like lightning and whatever, green power, whatever you want to call that. They're awesome. They're really cool. I like them. They don't really clip on the body very, very well. They kind of just sit there. And then they also have two for the arms. I mean, they're cool. I'm glad I got them. As far as the head goes, we'll go ahead and get a close look up on that. It's just not very good. Like the stuff that, Marvel Legends is doing right now on the head sculpts is just completely blowing these people out of the water. As far as articulation goes on this, I don't really think anything's new. It's actually kind of sloppy. It's got a really sloppy like ab crunch here. And nothing really impressive there. The shoulders on a ball has a basic typical single elbow. This is where it shines. So check this out. You got a double knee. This is Mattel. Pretty sure it's a double knee. Yeah, it is a double knee. There's no pinhole there. This is just a regular, like, well, I don't know if it's cheap. $20 really isn't cheap, but a $20 action figure with a double knee with no pin. Like, that is something that I really appreciate. And this is like, how come DC Multiverse could do a double jointed knee with no pin, and Marvel Legends or other toy companies can't? Like, that is just like, man, that's so good. Like, I just, like, not too many people are doing that. Like, just got to take a minute and just appreciate that, because look how clean that is without a pinhole. No pinhole in the elbow or the ankle. Speaking of ankle, let's see if they got that rocker. Nope, still no rocker, but it does have a really big bulky hinge on it, which kind of takes away from the figure. Either way, there she is. It's a new figure in my collection. That's always a big day for me, so I'm really happy to have her. I don't have anybody to compare her to because she's the only one in my collection. And I also forgot to pull out a Two-Face on a Harvey Dent on the last one, so I'll go ahead and pull that out for you guys in the comments. Go, what's the matter? You don't have the movie one. Well, here's the movie one, and then I also have like animated ones, whatever. But I was kind of just trying to do like comic book only, but I figured these were pretty cool. At least this one is. So, and this thing has, I think this is the same exact suit. Looks very similar, but it's not the same. But God, it's close. Like, look, the buttons are on this side on this one, and then they're on this side on this one. So it actually is a different suit. But hey, whatever. There's the Harvey Dent, another one that I missed. I forgot. So now in the comments, you don't have to. All right, so now we got this Batgirl up on the stand. I also pulled out the DC Collectibles one. I was thinking that I might actually have two of her in this costume, but apparently I just have this one. We'll do a side-by-side comparison real quick, just so you can kind of see them. And as you see, like, this just looks like a cheap toy, and this looks like a really good toy. This one's kind of pre-posed, not a lot of articulation. I'm totally cool with that. It's a great-looking toy, but just, God, this thing just looks so cheap compared to it. Here's both the heads for a side-by-side comparison. Not much of a comparison there. Go ahead and take a closer look at her. She's basically, look, I think she's basically the same. She's the same exact figure as this, so yeah. Once again, we got no pins on the whole figure. I love that about it. That's pretty that, and then the short haircut head, so you really get that lesbian look going on. That's pretty much all I like about this action figure. Like, I already had one that I like better, and it's weird, like, if you guys are gonna make a toy and you already know that there's an action figure of that already out, that's the scale right there. So they're even like the same height. So if Mattel, if you know somebody else made this, if you're not going to make one of these better than this, don't make it. Make somebody else. It just, I don't know why people do that. Like, you've already been outdone. Don't embarrass yourself. Alright, so now we have this Superman. Wow, he just totally took a shit. We still have this Superman. He just really fell, like, guess that Rivaldi's stand and this guy don't match, probably because the Kate weighs him down. So they did a really nice clean paint job on the S. Got like, that must be battle damage or something. The head sculpt and that blush. Are you guys joking with that? Like, what happened? Like, I don't know. It looks like they attempted to do a little bit of black wash on them. They did sculpt a belt on there. I guess that's kind of cool. It almost looks like that's sculpted on, but it's not. Then he has like these little collar deals here. Those are kind of just, I don't know. It's another Superman. He's not a great Superman. But what is good on this thing is the articulation. Now that I'm actually looking at it, we'll go ahead and go over it real quick. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. The head is on a ball. It's kind of sloppy, whatever. The ab crunch, not bad. Does turn at the waist. I'm really actually digging this articulation on this thing. Shoulders on the ball like that. Upper bicep swivel. Doesn't look very good, but works really well. Single elbow. Doesn't turn. Doesn't like swivel there. Just moves, which I'm cool with because there's no pin. The wrist, God, it just turns. It doesn't even have like that, like, pin in there for it could go both directions. The thighs I like when they do the thighs on this. No pull down or nothing, but they move really good. Totally happy with that. It has a thigh cut, which to me that's pointless. Double knee, no pin. Come on. Marvel Legends getting the program. I love that. Like, I just love it. Works good. Looks good. Is good. No ankle pivot. That's just crazy. But then he's got this big, like, look how big they put that thing for that hinge in there. That's, I don't know. I don't know why they can't do an ankle pivot. There's a Superman. I'll show you the collection of the pictures. All right, then you have this Martian Manhunter. I went ahead and pulled out the other Martian Manhunter from DC Collectible. The Martian Manhunter for accessories, he does come with interchangeable hands. He's got the fisted hands on him, or you can kind of do these grabbing hands. I think I'm going to do the grabbing. I don't even know if I'm going to display him. I basically just bought him for the Build-A-Piece. And also I forgot to mention that the Superman does come with fisted hands, and he comes with flight hands. Cool little option. Not real sure what I'm going to do on that. Maybe, probably, I don't know. A lot of my Supermans have flight hands. I might just leave the fisted hands on him. Let's go ahead and check him out. The coolest thing about him, which I really like, is this thing. God, that's cool. I never saw the episode with this thing in it, but I just think that it's cool that they made it. It's a really cool accessory. I can put it on Supergirl. I can put it on him. I can put it on my DC Collectible one, because that's the one that I'm actually going to put into the collection. As far as scale goes, this is it right here. Let me go ahead and back it up and put it on there on the wall for you. See, this one's slightly above 6 inches. This one's 7 inches. It's Martian Manhunter. I definitely like the bigger one better than the smaller one. And I like the costume better. Although I think DC Multiverse did a really good job on this toy. I actually like him. I think the head's clean. The toy is clean. I'll get him out of here. It's actually not about him. The cape, you can take it off. It kind of unbuckles and clips from there. He's not a horrible action figure. If you guys never got this one, I don't know. The scale is 6 inches. I guess it's good. Just Martian Manhunter looks better, like it's a 7-inch figure. I keep pulling that one back up. I don't know why, but here he is. Tons of sculpted detail on there. The paint's nice and clean. It's a good toy. It is. It's a toy I didn't need, but I did need this one. Whew. Enough about this. Let's get to the clay face. Alright, so finally what you've all been waiting for, at least what I've been waiting for, this clay face. And I know that you guys are really looking forward to getting those interchangeable hands, like the spike ball and maybe the axe, whatever those other two were. I'm pretty sure those are still coming out. It should come out with a Bizarro in a future wave, just like kind of like how the Robin came out with the King Shark head, the Hammerhead version later too. So I'm sure they're still coming. When I saw that they changed the color in this, like the original was like this slightly kind of a clay colored, kind of more of a reddish, like a flat color, and I really love that color. And I didn't like that they changed it, but this thing is actually more comic book accurate. And when you get this thing in hand, I absolutely love the paint job. I did see the other one in person. I saw it in San Diego last year. I thought it was good. I'd have to do like a side-by-side real-life comparison. You can look at pictures, and they always look a little bit different in the pictures. But this thing, man, I love the paint job. There's tons of paint on this thing. Like, it's really like layered, textured good, really well done. We'll go ahead and go over the articulation just because this thing is so awesome. The jaw is jointed. The head just turns. It doesn't pivot. I kind of wish that he could look down or look up a little bit. He can't. He's a big figure. His head kind of recesses in there. I understand why he doesn't. The shoulder, ball and socket shoulders, nice and tight, works really well. Really digging that. It's got the single elbow here. It's a big figure. I mean, I'm just going to give him a pass. Like, you go like this, it doesn't look good. You go like this, it doesn't look good. I really don't know how else they could have did that on this big of a character with all this extra, like, you know, like bulky arms. So I get it. I think it looks fine. It just, I don't know, a single elbow, I don't really see how that could be any better. Enough about the elbow. Let's get down to the wrist. So they do have like the little joint in the hand, which they don't do on the action figures. It doesn't move much, but it does move a little bit, and it turns. Really well done. I can't wait to get these hands off and put the other hands on, even though pretty much all my clay faces have the weapon hands. but it's Clayface. That's just an option that I will pretty much always do. The ab crunch actually works really well. I mean, it's a big figure. It works really good for a big figure. Like that works. That's like better than most small figures. I'm really digging that. He does turn at the waist here, which I know some guys like that. I don't like that because you want to display him like that. I definitely don't, but I guess I don't have to either because it lines up either way. I'll just leave him sitting like that. The thighs, plenty of movement here. They're on a ball. It's a little gappy here. I kind of wish they would have did a little bit better job. But once again, it's a big, bulky figure. I understand that you got to do stuff like that. The cut on the thigh is normally something that I hate, but since he has all the wrinkles in the mud, you can kind of turn it and it still kind of works. So I'm totally cool with that. As far as the knee goes, it's a single knee. Look at that. Like that is so well hidden. When it's open, you just barely see that thing. It's painted nice. Really digging that articulation on that. Really well done. Then the ankles, this is kind of where they're showing off a little bit. Look at that pivot. Like they'll do a pivot on their Collect and Connects, but they won't do a pivot on the other figures. Even the bottom of the feet are painted, sculpted. God, that's nice. There's no numbers on the back of the thigh like Marvel Legends. They don't even have a number on the bottom of the feet on this one. This thing is amazing. Like, I like this just as much or more than that King Shark last year that they did. And that thing was in my top figures of 2017. There's a really good possibility, unless we have a phenomenal year, that this one will be in there also. There's really nothing I could improve on this figure. I think he's basically a perfect action figure. Like a ball on the head would have been nice. I don't even know if that's doable considering the figure. That would have been kind of nice. But since he did it through an articulated jaw, screw it. And then the elbow, he's good, man. Like, we'll just get a little look over real quick. Turn around. Here's the back, like little bumps, texture. Like that's all sculpted in like texture. It's not just like it's smooth and they did these wrinkles. Like Clayface butt, nice wide flat clay butt. There you go. Good. Man, I was just so looking forward to this figure. I'm just so happy to have him finally in my collection. I literally just got this box sitting on my doorstep, ran in the house. I'm cranking out this review mostly for myself just because I wanted to see him. And if you guys wanted to see it too, here you go. As far as the Clayface collection goes, I've just showed it in my last video not too long ago. So if you want to see the collection, you can go to that video. If not, I'm going to put pictures of all my collections at the end of the video. I guess I'll I don't need to throw the figures up there real quick for final thoughts on the figure. The line, alright, the line kind of sucks, man. It's not that good, to be completely honest with you. Clayface is whatever. Martian Manhunter is kind of whatever. The Superman to me just completely freaking blows. The Batgirl, because he gave me a different head, it's decent. I really wanted her. They didn't do a great job on her, but it's a new character. So there's a line. It's like, it kind of sucks, dude. If it wasn't for this Clayface, if I had willpower, I would have passed on this whole line. I don't have any willpower, so I might have actually passed on a few of these. But since I had to get the Clayface. There's the line. I'll show you pictures at the end. Thanks for watching.